Welcome to the Stepmom Side with Alicia Crasco, the podcast for stepmoms ready to create the life they want and one they actually have a say in. Here we talk all things stepmom life and just a little bit more. Leave the superficial conversations at the door and get ready for perspective shifts and actionable advice to help you on your way to creating the life you want, one step at a time. Hey there, welcome back to the Stepmom Side podcast. My name is Alicia, your host, and today I want to talk a little bit about the most confusing holiday on the calendar for stepmoms, Mother's Day. A day that's supposed to feel like warm and fuzzy and full of appreciation and love and amazing and, right? But instead it feels like heavy, awkward, weird, kind of like, wait, am I supposed to celebrate? Am I supposed to be celebrated? Am I supposed to sit quietly, hoping that they understand what I want to do, hoping that my partner can read the room? Do I disappear? Do I cry in the bathroom? Do I log into the Stepmom Side community and post like, what the hell just happened at my house? But here's the reality that no one ever says out loud. You're doing a whole lot of mothering. Helping with homework, doing laundry, doing the dishes, kissing boo-boos, reading bedtime stories, tucking them in, making their favorite meals. You're doing a lot of the things that moms do, even like carpooling, paying for things, all of the things, pouring love into them without the title, without the recognition, and also without that brunch reservation. Just for the record, I've never gone out to brunch for Mother's Day. As a mom or as a stepmom, have you ever done a brunch for Mother's Day? How was it? Have you ever done a brunch like to celebrate like maybe your mom or somebody else? Like, how was it? Tell me, because I've never done a brunch for Mother's Day. I've always seen them, but I've never done them. So back to this. If you're child-free or you're childless, like it hurts even deeper. It hits even deeper. So today we're going to talk about how to actually handle Mother's Day as a stepmom without spiraling, resenting everyone in your house, or pretending like you don't care when you absolutely do, right? Because we can't keep up this fake little face for however long, like eventually like the mask falls. So I have it broken down into a few different parts. So why this day feels so weird, let's talk about that first. And let's just normalize this right away. Mother's Day is not designed for stepmoms. That stings, that sucks, that hurts, but it's not designed for stepmoms. It's built around this very black and white idea of mom equals biological mom equals celebration. Wow, words are hard. And stepmoms are over here like, cool. So what do I do with all this invisible labor? Because like I said, you show up, you support your partner, you help manage the household, you emotionally regulate everyone. You're basically the unpaid therapist. Congrats. How's that going? It sucks, right? And then Sunday rolls around and it's like, poof, you don't even exist. So of course it feels weird. Of course it stings. And of course there's a part of you that's like, am I crazy for wanting acknowledgement? Am I crazy? Why do I feel like a crazy person? No, you're not crazy. You're human. You're not crazy. You're human. So then here's the second part. The silent expectations trap. Here's what I'm going to lovingly call you out a little bit. A lot of the pain around Mother's Day comes from expectations that were never communicated. And if you're new here, hey, my name is Alicia, and I'm really big on expectations, but I'm also big on communicating. And if you haven't communicated things, those expectations that you have are never going to be met. I know, not the most fun thing, not the super sexy part. And you're probably thinking, they should just know. And listen, in a perfect world, absolutely, yes, 100% I'm with you. But your partner's not living inside your brain, fortunately or unfortunately for them. So what happens is you hope they'll do something, they do nothing. Or you hope they'll do something, they do the bare minimum or less than the bare minimum. You feel hurt, they feel blindsided, and now everyone's annoyed. Happy Mother's Day, babe. Like, how's that feel? It sucks. It's really like a really, really shitty feeling because you're like, I do so much. Yes, I'm just the stepmom, but I do so much. And now like Mother's Day rolls around and I get nothing. So Third part, we've covered why this day feels so weird. And we just covered like the silent expectations trap. And then now let's talk about asking. Yes, I said it. Let's talk about asking. So here's the part where I say the thing you already know but don't want to do. You might have to ask for what you want. I know. The audacity. But here's the reframe. Asking, that doesn't make you desperate. Asking, that doesn't make you needy. Asking is leadership. You are setting your relationship up for success instead of setting your partner up to fail. And it can sound like a couple different options for you here. Hey, Mother's Day is a little complicated for me, but I'd really love to feel appreciated this year. Another option is, hey, can we plan something low-key? Maybe like coffee, a card, or just a little acknowledgement. If this is your first time asking for Mother's Day or to be celebrated on Mother's Day, this might be a really great way to go, like just something low-key, coffee, a card, or a little acknowledgement. Another option is, it would mean a lot to me if you took the lead on making the day feel special in some way. Okay, what does that look like? Because here's the thing, you're not demanding a parade, you're giving them a roadmap. Because spoiler alert, most partners are not avoiding it, they're just clueless. And I will tell you from my personal experience, my husband and I have been married for 11 years. Like he didn't know what to do. And I've ebbed and flowed in my years as a stepmom, to be completely transparent with you. Like some years I was like, this is great, I love it. Other years I was like, I hate this place. Can we burn it to the ground? And I'll pour extra gasoline on it. Like, let's do all those things. And I've been places in the middle too, where it's like, it's okay, it's not great, but it's not terrible. It's just okay. And I have a hard time with things just being okay. Like, I'm not like a okay kind of person. So just being like, hey, Mother's Day is a little complicated for me. I feel weird about insert whatever, but I'd really love to just feel appreciated this year. So what does that look like for you? Because it might be different. Maybe your partner is like, oh, if I just get her flowers, that's fine. But maybe you want more than flowers. So you can say, hey, here are some ideas that I have, and at least give them, I always do this kind of like if I'm parenting, if you will. With my daughter, I always give her options. I'm like, hey, here are some ideas that I have for you to make me feel appreciated. And it sounds ridiculous. It's like, oh my God, it's one more thing to do, right? But specifically concerning Mother's Day, I highly recommend this because there might be weirdness around it. Let's say that you guys have gone through like a really hard part and now your partner feels weird about even acknowledging the day because you've been weird lately. Remember how I've like ebbed and flowed in my years as feeling like a stepmom, and like some years were great, and then that's easy to like celebrate me on Mother's Day or like to acknowledge Mother's Day. But then on the years where I'm like, let's burn this place down, I'm sure my husband was like, can we just like avoid this day altogether? Can we just pretend like it doesn't exist? I get that, but it's just a way to lead them, to guide them, like, hey, it's awkward for me, it's awkward for you, it's probably awkward for the kids too, but can you take the leadership on this? Can you facilitate this for me? So now let's get into like segment 4, like part 4. What if you don't want to rely on them? It's also fair because I know some of you are probably like, respectfully, I don't trust him to execute this properly. Hello. Same. I used to send my husband emails with hyperlinks to click and like promo codes to use to like, save however much or whatever, because I was like, I want exactly what I want, and if you're not going to get that, please don't get me anything. So if you are like, respectfully, I don't trust him to execute this properly, girl, I see you. Here is your permission slip. You can celebrate yourself. Yes, really. Mothering, especially as a stepmom, like is not defined by biology. It's defined by care, presence, emotional labor, like all of the things. And you do all of that. So instead of waiting to be chosen, choose yourself. So what to actually do on Mother's Day? Here's part 5. Let's make this practical for you, okay? Because I don't want to be like, okay, let's do some self-care. Light yourself a candle. Eat some bonbons, maybe grab a glass of champagne and eat bonbons for the rest of the day. No. Let's make this practical. So I have a few different options for you. If you want peace and quiet, if you want to feel celebrated, if you want connection, and if the day feels heavy. So 4 different ideas for you. So number 1, if you want peace and quiet, book a massage or a facial. Wherever you like to go book that massage, go book a facial, go sit outside with coffee or tea, maybe something stronger if you need that, and have no one talking to you. Honestly, luxury at its finest. Sitting outside with a drink that you want and no one talking to you, and maybe at this point, like you don't even want your partner talking to you. Relatable at times, yeah, for sure. Take yourself on a solo trip to TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Ross, wherever it is that you like to go. Go there and just wander the damn store. Please don't even try to lie to me. Like, you know that you love to be able to just go and like peruse the aisles, window shop, touch all the like even the things that you're not even gonna buy. Like, let me just touch it, girlfriend. Like, go do your thing. So if you want peace and quiet, book your massage or a facial. Go sit outside with a drink of your choice, with no one talking to you. Or take yourself and take yourself on a solo trip to a store of your choice that you love and just like wander the aisles. Like, go. If you want to feel celebrated, this is number 2. Plan a bunch. Wow, my words are really not coming out that well today. Plan a brunch with your friends. Bonus if they're also stepmoms that get it. Hell yeah, like I love that for you. But a lot of us don't have stepmom friends in real life. Same, like I get that. So plan a brunch with your friends. Maybe it's at someone's house. Maybe it's at your house. If you don't have the kids, most likely you probably don't because they're probably going to their mom's house unless you're full-time like I see you. Buy yourself something that you've been waiting for a reason to get. Looks like now's the reason. Get it. Write yourself a letter acknowledging how much you've grown in this role. Like, think back to the beginning part of you being a stepmom. Like, how was it? Was it an easy slide in and then it got chaotic? Was it chaotic then and you were like, oh my gosh, I have to get it together. I need to learn I need to learn insert whatever. Like, write yourself acknowledging how much you've grown in this role, because I can promise you, you've grown a lot more than you think that you have. So if you want to feel celebrated, plan a brunch with your friends, buy yourself something that you've been waiting for a reason to get, or write yourself a letter acknowledging how much you've grown in this role. If you want connection, do something simple with your partner that feels intentional. Do something with your partner that feels intentional. Suggest a low-pressure family activity. Maybe you guys go for a walk. Maybe you guys go for a movie. Maybe you get takeout, but keep your expectations realistic. Like, if you are a full-time mom, this might be one of those things, or a full-time stepmom, this might be one of those things, like just a low-key, low-pressure family activity. It's not this like massive performative insert whatever. Like, something low-key. So if you want connection, do something simple with your partner that feels intentional, whether you guys like have a lunch date, if you have a dinner date, if you guys go out for a walk, maybe you take a picnic and go to the park, whatever that looks like for you. Or suggest a low pressure family activity, a walk, a movie, takeout, like if you have your stepkids or if you're a full-time stepmom. And then the last one, if the day feels heavy, breathe, my friend. I see you. First thing here, limit social media. Protect your peace, seriously. Because Mother's Day comes in so many different forms, right? Like, you might be struggling as a stepmom. You might be struggling with your role as a stepmom. You might be struggling with your relationship with your own mom or with some sort of motherly figure that you've got in your life. And so if you're struggling in that role with your own mom, then you see all of these like, my mom is the best mom ever posts, or, you know, moms are irreplaceable. Like, they are the best influence ever in your life. And you're like, gag me with a spoon. Limit your social media on Mother's Day. Like, seriously, just protect your peace. Look out for yourself. The second thing of this is have a go-to plan so you're not sitting there feeling forgotten. That is the shittiest feeling, because you're like, I do all these things. I help out so much because blah, blah. Maybe you love it. Maybe you feel like you have to. Maybe you insert whatever. And you're like, I just want some sort of acknowledgement. Have something to do so you're not feeling like the forgotten toy. Whether you plan errands for that day, whether you book that massage or book that facial, or maybe you're meeting up with friends, or maybe you go celebrate your own mom if you actually have a good relationship with them. Whatever it is, like, plan something for you to do. The third part of this is let yourself feel your feelings without making it mean something about your worth. You can be mad, you can be sad, you can be upset, you can be frustrated, you can be annoyed, you can, feel all of the feelings about Mother's Day. That doesn't mean that you're less than. That doesn't mean that you suck. That doesn't mean that you're the worst person in the world. That means that you're still human. You still have feelings. You still have wants, needs, desires. Let yourself feel those feelings, because the more you try to bottle them up, the more they're going to come out at the worst possible time, and it's not going to be good. Okay. Now I want to talk about if you are a childless stepmom. This part matters because this is for stepmoms that don't have kids of their own, but want kids of their own. Okay, so if that's not you, you can just skip this part. But if you don't have your own child, I want to say this directly. This day can bring up so much grief. So much grief. Not just frustration, but grief. The what I thought my life would look like kind, and trying to pretend that that doesn't exist, it just makes it louder. So if you are going through infertility, if you are going through, we're waiting to have kids until, this settles down or that settles down, or, all I've ever wanted is my own kid, and maybe you've just found out that you can't have kids of your own. That sucks. I see you. We can't pretend like that doesn't exist, because like I said, it just makes it louder. So instead, acknowledge it. Yeah, I'm struggling today because what I would really like is a kid of my own. What I don't have is a kid of my own. Make space for it. Talk to yourself about it. Talk to somebody else about it. Send me a DM. That's fine. If you're inside the Stepmom Side community, make a post about it. And still allow yourself to create something meaningful that day. You are allowed to hold both. I'm sad, and I'm still going to take care of myself today. Because they are not mutually exclusive. Like, you can't only have one or you can't only have the other. You can have both. I had both of those for years. It's really hard to desperately want your own child while raising someone else's, and because you're a stepmom, and I know that you'll get this, and not have the acknowledgement, not have the unconditional love, not have somebody there that's so excited to see you or that wants your attention more than anything. It's really hard. It's like salt in an open wound. And like, how do you make that go away? But here's the thing. You can't. Here's a little identity shift for you. Here's the truth that might change everything. You don't need Mother's Day to validate your role. You need to define what being a stepmom means to you. Not society, not your partner, not your stepkids, not your extended family, not me, not your family, you. And whether anyone says it out loud or not, you, my friend, you matter in your home. You make an impact. You are doing something incredibly hard. I want to go back to that. You matter in your home. You make an impact. I have so many stepmoms that are like, Alicia, I am trying and I am trying and I'm trying. And I feel like I'm not making an impact. I feel like I'm not able to do anything. The other house is so overbearing, has so much more of an influence. I feel like I don't matter. And I understand that. It's really hard to be also in that part too, where you just feel like you're being wasted, so to speak. But I will tell you, you are making an impact. You do matter. Like I said, you are doing something incredibly hard. So if Mother's Day has felt awkward, disappointing, or just off, I just want you to know you're not alone. You're not ungrateful, and you're definitely not too much for wanting acknowledgement. So this year, instead of waiting to see what happens, decide what you want. Communicate it. Create it, or give it to yourself. Sometimes that's like the best thing, because you're like, you know what? I'm going to get exactly what I want, and bam. Because here's the thing. You deserve to feel seen, even if you have to go first. You deserve to feel seen, even if you have to go first. You deserve to feel seen, even if you have to go first. and be like, I'm just going to do this. Like, whatever. If this episode hit home for you, I want you inside the Stepmom Side community, because this is exactly the kind of stuff we talk about. Real experiences, real validation, and real support from women, from other stepmoms who get it. You don't have to do this alone. Come join us inside. And if you know a stepmom who dreads Mother's Day every year, send this episode to her. She needs to hear it too. Don't gatekeep for her. Like, here we share everything. But I will chat with you next week. Thanks for taking time to listen to this week's episode. If anything was helpful or resonated with you, please share it on social media and tag me. I'm just at Alicia Crasco. And if you could leave a 5-star rating and a review while you're at it, that would also be really helpful. And if you find yourself struggling with your stepmom journey and you want a little bit more support without the hefty price tag of coaching, you might want to check out the Stepmom Side community, which is my own private community for stepmoms, where you get to connect with other stepmoms around the world and myself, where I hold weekly office hours and monthly group coaching. It's kind of like you have your own personal coach in your own back pocket. Again, without that hefty price tag. See you next week.